Hello psychology scholars, welcome back to my class of psychology today, and in this class we are going to cover up psychodynamic approach to psychology. So let's start this, and as you all have the prior knowledge, in class 11th you have read about psychoanalytical school of psychology. You know the father of psychoanalytical school is Sigmund Freud. So he has developed this theory of personality, and you are knowing that he was a physician, and his work is mainly based in clinical settings. He has worked with his patient, and he found out that even simple talking about their emotional problems helped. This he later on called this method as catharsis, that is venting out. Whenever a person vents out his feeling, then he feels better. Start in class 12 with the techniques which Freud has used. One was dream analysis. He considered that dreams are the royal road to unconsciousness. And then hypnosis. He used to hypnotize people so that he can go to their unconscious level. And then free association. This method he used with his patient. He made them lie on the couch and then asked them to freely share what comes in their mind. Next is analysis of errors. He said that whatever mistakes we do during the day, if we say I forgot to do this, or something excuses which we make, their reasons, maybe we are telling truth but we are not aware of it. The reason lies in the unconsciousness according to Freud. We will be studying about what is unconsciousness according to Freud. Now, as you all have studied about the therapy, the psychoanalytic therapy, so you must be remembering what is the goal of psychoanalytic therapy. That is to bring unconscious thoughts into the person's conscious awareness so that he can resolve his conflicts. Okay. Now we will start up with the wise topic explanation as in your NCERT. So it is discussed the level of consciousness which Freud has talked about, that there are 3 levels of consciousness. One is the conscious level, that is of the things which we are aware of at the present. For example, you are listening to this video. Now this you are aware of. Or I am teaching, I am aware of. I am making a video, I am aware of. So this is the conscious level. Then preconscious level. If I question you that what did you do in the morning yesterday, so you will think. It is there in your memory. It is there in your preconscious. You will think and try to say, okay, I started doing the maths problem yesterday in the morning. Okay, that makes your preconsciousness. And next is unconsciousness. Now, unconsciousness, according to Freud, contain the repressed desires and conflict. And if we talk about Freud, these repressed desires were related to our sexual urges as well as aggressive tendencies. The things which the society do not give permission to us to come up to the conscious level, they were suppressed, and that formed the Freud's unconsciousness. Okay, then after this you will be studying about the structure of personality according to Freud. So personality according to Freud is made up of id, ego and superego. Now you see, all these are the hypothetical, abstract concept, you can say. Imaginary, hypothetical also you can say. Abstract concept which I cannot bring out and show you this is id, this is ego, or this is mind. But Freud has talked about, and he has given his own explanation about this. I would be in my next video when I start new analytical theories of personality, then I will be giving you the criticism also of psychoanalytic theory, wherein it has been so criticized for giving too much emphasis on sex and other things. So here, let's start with what is id according to Freud. So it is the source of energy to the mind. It gives the energy to the mind, and it wants the instant gratification. If I tell you id in Hindi, it is like a bacha. It's like dil to bacha hai type of feeling would come in id. Okay. What does a child want? Child wants instant gratification. He cannot wait. He lacks that ability to wait when he is small. Okay, so again he says that it wants instant gratification of sexual desires and aggressive impulses. Now this id of Freud is based on the pleasure principle. Pleasure principle means instant gratification. Okay. Next is ego. Next he talks about the next what the personality is made up of, that is ego. Ego, it develops out of it. It operates on the reality principle. For example, if I take up one example and explain you all the three, the one which is given in your NCERT also. For example, child wants an ice cream. Okay, so he wanted just now, even if the class is going on, he wants that ice cream. That is the id of Freud. Now, when he grows up, he understands that if I behave this way, I will be punished by my teachers. So that is the reality which he accepts. So comes the ego in him, according to Freud. And this happens, isn't it? And then moral commander of our personality, according to Freud, is superego. He understands that he has to take the permission. If he takes the permission from his mother and then eats the ice cream, then he will not have that guilt, or from his teacher, as I told you in the class. So from his teachers, then he will not have that guilt and shame afterwards. So the balance of these three will be maintained in his personality, and he will be a healthy individual. Whereas if he only listen to it, or if he only listen to ego or superego, then you would be finding that his personality gets disturbed. All these three elements, according to Freud, are present in all of us. Okay. If you have any questions, please do write in the comment box. I will surely answer them. And if till now you haven't subscribed my channel, children, then please do subscribe and keep watching also. Keep revising from this. Even if you are appearing for your CUET exam, then also these videos will help you, because the base of the syllabus of CUET exam is this NCERT class 12. Okay. So here, now how do it gets energy? It gets energy by the life instinct. There are two instincts in us. That is life instinct, which is also called eros. It's not mentioned in your NCERT this term, but when you refer to your future classes, or you use Introduction to Morgan and King, those who are very interested in psychology can download this book or purchase this book, Introduction to Psychology by Morgan and King. This is a full, good book, comprehensive book for the student of psychology. Now, eros is mentioned in that, and then death instinct, that is thanatos. But Freud has focused his attention only on life instinct, and in the life instinct also, he has focused his attention only on sexual urges. Okay. So, which he calls now Freudian it gets the energy from libido. Okay. Now, let's turn to the next topic related to this psychodynamic theory, that is defense mechanism, ego defense mechanism. I haven't mentioned ego over here. Ego defense mechanism. You know, sometimes to protect our ego, we all use these defense mechanisms. We might not be aware of it at times, but we are using them here and there to satisfy our ego. For example, if you are, between thousands of people and someone has taken your name and asked you to tell what was taught in the yesterday's class, then you start searching for the excuses. Ki ma'am, I wasn't well, or I didn't do it, or this and that. Okay, so these are because you want to protect and you want to reduce your anxiety by protecting your ego. And this is only ego defense mechanism. Okay. So here your first defense mechanism is repression. Repression means pushing your feelings or thoughts to unconsciousness. As I told you, I don't know this. Okay. Why you don't know? Because you have repressed it into your unconsciousness. Next is projection. That is attributing your personal traits to another, to the others. For example, if I am a simple person or a hard-working person, I will think that others are also the same way. But this defense mechanism of Freud has been put to various criticism because we don't think that this is going to protect our ego anytime if we are attributing the same in others. Okay. Next comes denial. That is refusing to accept the reality. For example, in the COVID time, you might be finding that the people who were suffering from COVID, and if you tell them that they are really having this infection, they will try to deny the reality because they will have to face that isolation, social isolation they have to face. So that is, the person sometimes is in the denial mode to protect his ego. Next is reaction formation, adopting opposite behavior. Okay, this can be one example, could be this also. Like, I went for some interview and I was rejected. So when I came back, I will tell my friends that no, this I didn't wanted that job. So this is, I am protecting or adopting just the opposite behavior. Or you can also take one more example for this. For example, a boy or a man who is having lot of sexual urges, okay, and he just suppresses them and take a different route, becomes a saint. Okay, so that could be reaction formation. And then rationalization, making unreasonable behavior seem reasonable. For example, if I didn't do well in the test, so because I wasn't carrying that my blue pen, which I used to, with which I had done so many good tests, that is why I wasn't able to do. So protecting my ego with it. Okay. Now, the very important, that is your stages of psychosexual development. This time also Freud was there in the paper. So always there, 90% some of the things you will be getting. It's a very important topic for class 12th examination. Now, if I talk about these stages of psychosexual development, what according to Freud, the thing is that whatever problem the person is facing in the adult life, the root cause lies in his childhood. That could be in the anal stage, that could be in the oral stage. So let's learn this. So in oral stage, if I talk about the age might vary little bit, you might be getting on the net different, month wise or age wise, little difference. But that age of infancy, if you see, the most erroneous zone or the pleasurable zone or the focus on the organ of your body, that is mouth. And it's true, the children explore their world through their mouth. They cannot speak, they explore through touching and putting the things in their mouth. They get pleasure from it. Now, the key activity which you see an infant is involved in, that is sucking, biting, okay. And conflict is weaning. Weaning, I hope, must be clear to you, or you can, weaning is from the mother's breast, and also later on with the bottle feeding. So that is called weaning. This is the conflict. If here the child has, this weaning has occurred peacefully, then the child will not face any fixation. But if this weaning hasn't occurred properly, then the children, you find them, they become a smoker later on. According to Freud, this is one of the reasons means that he is a smoker in his adult life. And children, you see them biting their nails or putting the things in their mouth. That means their oral, satisfaction has not been achieved during their infancy. That's why they are behaving in this manner according to Freud. Okay. Next stage is anal stage. If I give examples, no children, the video will get too big because there are so many examples which we can discuss on this. And if you have any problem, you please let me know. We'll discuss in the comment section or even personally if you want. Next is your anal stage. Anal stage when the children are in 2 to 3 years of age. They are toddlers. Now during this age, the organ which is more pleasurable for them is the anal region. So anal region, because children during this age, they are becoming aware of their anal region, although this has been active, this is active. When the child is born, then only he starts defecating and urinating. But now he gets aware of it. And while getting aware of this, and also the parents at this time put the pressure for toilet training. So if this is not peaceful, children, they find pleasure in anal repulsion and anal expulsion. So if anal expulsion, there is any problem in this stage, if the parents are too strict for toilet training or too lenient for toilet training, then the children might become a messy person in the adult life or might be obsessively neat. Some people, they take these things and then that is transferred to their children also. Okay. Next comes the phallic stage. Phallic stage, that is during the early childhood according to Freud, that is 4 to 5 years of age. The focus is more on the genital region because now they have started realizing that okay, I'm a boy, I'm a girl. They started realizing the gender differences, and while realizing this, they explore their genital areas. So they get, if by chance also, it's a part of growth. The child has touched somewhere in his body and got the pleasure. So that type of pleasure they are talking about here. Now in this, the conflict is Oedipus complex and Electra complex. I'll explain you what is Oedipus complex and what is Electra complex. When the children, they have the feeling, when the male child has the sexual feeling for his mother, and opposite is Electra complex, you can understand. Next, now if during this stage, if the children, as the process of development, they understand that this is not good, this is not healthy, and they start imitating their mothers. The girls, they start imitating their mothers. They dress like say in a sari, and the boys, they carry a suitcase, and they start identifying with their father, then the things are okay. But if not, then they experience the problems with the problems in their adulthood. Now, next is latency stage. Latency stage, according to Freud, is a hidden stage. Now, during this stage, everything is settled. The children are taking lot of interest in the school activities at this stage. So, nothing like this happens. And next is genital stage. Again, this is the last stage. Now, this genital is from puberty onwards. And here, again, genital, but it is the adult sexuality which now the children start, understand. And key activities like going in for romantic relationships and all. Then conflict is creating a balance between work and love life, you could say. So if all are sought, then there is no problem. Otherwise, if fixation occurs, then the result of that fixation is that he will be experiencing problems in commitment. Okay, this much is sufficient. This understanding is sufficient of these stages. Now, there is one term. That's all for today. Bye. Happy learning. Till we meet next. Share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.